Welcome to today's Armstrong Sales Coaching Sales Tip. What I want to talk a little bit about today is something that's been around a long time and done a lot of different ways. It's called the elevator pitch. The elevator pitch got its name because, of course, somebody asks you about your company or what it is that you do, and maybe you're in an elevator and you only have 10, 15 seconds to give them what you want to say before they have to exit. That's where it got its name. Now, we can have an elevator pitch if you prefer, or some people call it a commercial or an introduction. You can do these things in 5 seconds, you can do it in 20 seconds, and you know what? You probably ought to have a 1-minute version too. So the 1-minute version would be used maybe for a presentation, okay, when you have time to be able to really talk about your company. Might even be a little longer than that. The 30-second version is maybe it's at a networking event. Maybe you are asked by a company that you're visiting. Tell us just a little bit about your company. You might have a minute or maybe 30 seconds to do that. And then, of course, you might have a 5-second version where you're walking into the building and somebody's walking with you that you just met, and they just say, hey, by the way, what do you do again? It's literally something where they have very little time to hear you, and you better have a good commercial. Now, what most people do is when they talk about their company, they talk about people, experience, they talk about their depth or breadth of work, they talk about what makes them special and why they're a premium organization. They have a tendency of bragging and talking about themselves. So what we like to say is never talk to them about all those things, because guess what? Everybody's doing it that way. And if everybody's doing it that way, then we sound like everybody else out there. So clearly we don't teach that. What we do teach is trying to come up with issues or problems that someone's having and letting them know that those are the things that you like to work on. Okay, so let's say you're a manufacturer. You might be visiting with a company that makes widgets, and instead of talking about how great your product is, maybe you can tell them, hey, listen, when we get a call from someone like you, it could be for a variety of reasons, right? Maybe they're experiencing really long lead times right now, and that's been, frustrating to them. Maybe it's that the product that they've been applying to their process is not, it's not high enough quality, and because of that, the failures are costing them something. Okay, so you can talk about the problem, because why? That's what they care about. If we talk about issues and problems, that is going to help you. Now, you may have picked up, I also said I use the phrase when we get calls from companies like yours. Start off an elevator pitch where it sounds like you've done this for a while. Instead of just telling them we've done this for a while, where they probably don't believe you and you sound like everyone else, let them know by simply saying things like, when we get a call from someone. Or, usually when we're sitting down with a company like yours, when we have these little transitions like that, group, what happens is people like it because it makes it look like you've been around the block without actually telling them that. Okay? These little tiny edges can make a big difference in the promotion of your company. Make sure you talk about them, not you, the problems that they might be having, and see if they have them through your commercial. And don't forget these little transitional pieces that will hopefully make your elevator pitch sing. We hope this was valuable. Thanks for coming to this sales tip. See you next time.